Hello, and thank you so much for joining us today. We're shining our spotlight on Mama Sue Roseberry. How you doing, Mama Sue?
I'm alive and glad about it.
Well, how are things going out there in Texas?
Oh, West Texas is wonderful. We're blessed. The weather is good today. It's been kind of stormy, but it's good weather today.
Well, first of all, when you go to Texas, you need to know that in the state of Texas, there are various types of the state that you deal with in the weather. Okay. You can go down there where my family from, down there, other side of Texarkana, and down there in Tyler, and ain't nothing but trees. I mean, trees all up and down that highway. Okay. You can go down south and go down to Padre Island and go down there near Galveston if you want to get the beachfront. Then, if you want to get the city life, you go to Dallas, Fort Worth, or Houston, or even possibly San Antonio. Then you can go down to San Antonio, and then you can really get a good experience. They call that the hill country. Or you can head on out to El Paso and go down there to Midland and Odessa. And what do we have out there? Not hardly any trees.
Football.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights.
That's
and then you can take it up to where my auntie lives, and that's in Amarillo, Texas, and they call that the Panhandle.
Right.
If it's going to get cold first in Texas, that's where the cold is going to come in.
Absolutely.
So Texas is full of everything.
It is.
And you born and raised in Texas?
I was born in Texas, and then my family migrated to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I spent most of my formative years. And then I moved back here in 1981 to West Texas, where I've been ever since.
Where was your church life, Mama Sue? Where were you at?
Well, church life in Albuquerque was Metropolitan Temple, Church of God in Christ. That's where I got all of my foundation. My grandmother was a church mother, and I was in the church always, played for the choir from the time I was about 10 years old. Yeah, so that was church. And then even going to college, I was a young church mother helping to work out a mission in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
And of course, what was your grandmother's name?
Ada Jones. Thank you for letting me put her name in the atmosphere.
And she knew Jesus personally.
Oh, I believe her and Jesus we might be related. Because I think they were on a really close basis. But my grandmother was a missionary in the church, and she worked out churches all over when they were still doing brush arbors back in the day, when they used to build arbors in the cotton field and put up little bottles and put kerosene rags down in them for the lights. So she really worked out a number of churches, and there's one in Texas that's named after her. It's called Jones Hill.
Really?
In honor of her.
What city is that in?
I don't really know where it's close to. It's close to Tyler, in that area, Tyler, Longview area.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever check in and call in sick going to church as a kid? Said, I'm not going to make this.
No. My grandmama didn't believe in that. She thought the same Jesus that let you stay up late would bless you as you got on up and went on to school.
Yeah. If you were sick, you might as well just come on and they put you in the corner. And if you act bad, you probably was put on the front or second row. That way, you know what I mean?
Well, you might have been bad, Cedric. You kind of got that vibe like they might have had to put you on the front.
Yeah, but you got to sit where you wanted to, huh? Hopefully.
Always. I was good in school. I loved school. Education was big for me.
Well, tell me about this book that you got there that says Miss Annie. Who is that?
Miss Annie is my first children's book, and it's loosely based on the life of my great aunt, Catherine, who has gone on to be with the Lord, but she lived to be 101 years old.
My God.
And she took driving lessons and learned to drive when she was in her 70s.
Wow.
But she wasn't very good at it. She had bought a new car and did all those things because she really wanted to drive, but she was not a good driver. So her antics are kind of loosely referred to in this book about Miss Annie, which is a rhythmic musical story book for children.
How can people get that book?
Oh, they can get it via my website at www.sueroseberry.com. You just
Wow.
put in my name, it'll pop up, and it's there with all of the other merchandise on my merchandise page.
Wow, that's great. Now, for those that don't know, Mama Sue Roseberry was featured on, was that Sunday Best? And in what season was it?
I was on in season 4 and then invited back as an all-star in season 8.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I do remember that. And who were the judges that time period when you were on there?
Let me see. I think the first time through it was Erica and Tina, Mary, and Donnie McClurkin. And then the next time through, I believe it was Yolanda, and I want to say it was Kiara Sheard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to remember who the gentleman was. Maybe it was Donnie then too. It was Donnie.
Wow. It was amazing. Well, I'm looking at your library of different songs that you have put together. Of course, Magnificent Lord was one of your most popular songs. And now you got a new song, and I hope I got it right. Is it entitled He's a Great God? Or what is your new song?
That's it.
That's
it. Yes, He's a Great God.
Well, tell us about it.
Well, He's a Great God was actually penned during the pandemic. We were all on lockdown and wherever we were in the world. But I think that God gave it to me, first of all. If we minister, we should be first partakers of the fruit. So I think He was reminding me that no matter how difficult things appear to be, and no matter what the circumstances are like, if I keep my focus and remember that He's in control, I'll be all right. So I wanted to remind the world that He's a great God. And contrary to what's going on all around us, God is in control. He got this thing on lock, and it's going to be all right.
Yes, He does. And I'm going to go ahead and share just a little bit of it right now. So can we do that, Mama Sue?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go with Mama Sue Roseberry telling us He's a great God. Let's go.
Yes, He is, and it's worthy. I'll glorify You. Hey, universe. He's a real superhero. He's the almighty God. Oh, he's great.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. I tell you what, he is a great God. Tell us where you did that recording at. Okay, where would that take place at?
That was a live recording that we did in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky at the Bates Baptist Church, Bates Memorial Baptist Church, back in November of 2021.
Wow. And how can the people get that song?
Well, you can get that song downloaded and stream it on all digital platforms. You shared the video, the official video from YouTube. I'd love for you to go to my YouTube channel and just watch it as many times as you like and share it with your friends at Sue Roseberry. And then, of course, it is the first release from the full project, which is called Collaborations. There's a full EP with many songs, but the only way to get that full EP is to get it from me at SueRoseberry.com.
All right. Now, I know people are saying, well, who's this little baby? Cedric, aren't you going to recognize the baby? Who you got there?
Let me raise up so you can see her good. This is Aria. This is my latest and greatest addition to the family. Aria is 2 years old.